Earlier this week, it was reported that multiple-time Ballon d'Or winner Cristiano Ronaldo wants to leave Manchester United this summer, and that he's already communicated his wish to the club's senior management. The news dropped like a major bombshell for a club that has struggled to kickstart its transfer business this summer, and now they have to deal with the fact that their biggest star wants to leave just a year after he made an emotional return to Old Trafford. Cristiano Ronaldo's situation? I spoke to him a few weeks ago, so I expect to see Cristiano again on July 4th for the pre-season. There is nothing else. I don't think Man United are ready to lose a top resource like Cristiano Ronaldo, said Bruno Fernandes, CR7's teammate at Old Trafford. Assured of continuing his collaboration with his compatriot, the Red Devils midfielder could however experience a very unpleasant surprise in the coming days. As revealed by The Times this Saturday, the five-time Ballon d'Or winner has asked to be allowed to leave Man United if the Premier League club receives a satisfactory offer during the transfer window. In this sense, the British media specifies that the decision of the Portuguese international striker is motivated by the desire to play in the Champions League, as he looks to the final stages of his career, an ambition that the Red Devils cannot offer him for the coming season. According to close friends of the legendary forward, this transfer request would also be made for personal reasons after a difficult period for his young family. Author of 24 goals and 3 assists in 38 matches in all competitions last season, Cristiano Ronaldo could not prevent the more than contrasting season of the Mancunian club, 6th in the Premier League and therefore absent from the next edition of the Champions League. At the heart of several speculations, the former Juve and Real Madrid forward could therefore leave Manchester earlier than expected. Eager to remain at the highest level despite being 37, CR7, under contract until June 2023, remains in the sights of Bayern Munich and Chelsea. If the Bavarians, German champions, have for the moment suspended their interest while waiting to know the fate of their striker Robert Lewandowski, targeted by Barca, Todd Boehly, the new co-owner of Chelsea, has already met with representatives of Ronaldo last month. Finally, note that a return to the Serie A, where Ronaldo has scored 81 times in 98 league appearances, is also another option under consideration. It was The Athletic who unveiled the bombshell on Saturday evening, also indicating that the former Real Madrid player wants to play in the Champions League at least one last time in his career, in order to measure himself against the elite of European football before retiring or heading to more exotic destinations. But a question arises. Which top European club could welcome the Portuguese, who would surely ask for substantial fees? One thing is certain, it will not be Paris Saint-Germain. If in the past the option of seeing the native of Madeira land at the Parc des Princes has often been mentioned, it is absolutely not in the plans of Parisian decision-makers currently. This is indicated by various media such as Sky Italia or even The Athletic, which revealed the information on Saturday night. It must be said that currently, according to AS, there are 2 clubs in pole position to enlist the player trained at Sporting, Bayern and Chelsea. Internally, the 2 clubs are studying the possibility of recruiting the Portuguese, and a meeting has even already taken place between Jorge Mendes, the player's agent, and Blues leaders last week. But we have to remark here that the Spanish media does not completely exclude PSG from the race. But that's not it. Indeed, if Jorge Mendes, agent of Ronaldo, has already met the owner of Chelsea for a potential arrival of the Portuguese, and that Bayern Munich is made aware of the situation, Napoli would also be interested in offering their services to the fivefold Ballon d'Or, under contract until June 2023. The reason why PSG don't want to move for Ronaldo is because they are already not entirely happy with how the Lionel Messi operation has turned out, and just don't want to take any risks. More than that, they're also trying to get rid of Neymar, with Lucas Ocampos, the new man in charge when it comes to making sporting decisions, eager to inject fresh blood into the squad. The Brazil international might also be looking for a team that offers him the sort of lucrative financial conditions he dreams. Obviously, with such a contract, it makes the departure of the Brazilian even more complex for the capital club. He's already announced through his clan that he would not give PSG any gifts. Understand that he will claim the full salary that he must receive by the end of his contract. At €35 million per year and 5 years from the final deadline, the stakes are high. He's under contract until 2027 and is a burden on PSG's payroll. So you can imagine why PSG simply don't want to sign another player who will further put pressure on the bulging payroll. So where does this leave Man United? To put it simply, the transfer request should not be taken as a huge setback. Of course, Ronaldo's goals last season ensured that United were not entirely out of European football next season. However, his presence does have a flip side. At his age, Ronaldo is never going to be in the long-term plans, and United are now slowly trying to rebuild under Erik ten Hag. With or without the Portuguese, that rebuild will happen, and if Ronaldo does leave, it will leave a lot of room to maneuver in the wage bill, and will then force the club to sign a younger attacking player who can end up giving at least 5 years of good service. But before all that, the Red Devils really need to finalise the signing of Frenkie de Jong, since we're now hearing some mixed things from Barcelona's president, Joan Laporta. The Barca Supremo recently said that he isn't too keen on selling the midfielder, and if that is the case, United will spend the rest of the transfer window in shame and embarrassment. And clearly, Ronaldo does not want to be part of something like this. While he does love the club's fans and the club as well, he isn't too happy with how the team has operated in the transfer window, where they're not any closer to signing any player other than Tyrell Malacia from Feyenoord. So how can we blame Ronaldo for wanting to abandon ship?